Hello. Hello again, and welcome to aceLeveaux.com. I am Asa Leveaux. Again, thank you for stopping by. So, what is bliss all about? Bliss is different for every person, no matter what race you are, color, creed, nationality, gender. Uh, I don't care if you're identical twins. Bliss is going to be different for each and every single one of you. No one can define that for you. You have to find that for yourself. I recently came upon an ancient poem. The title of the poem is called Samadhi. And I believe that it gives you a good reflection or depiction of what bliss is. So let me read that for you. Banish the grosser lights into eternal rays of all pervading bliss. From joy I came, for joy I live. In sacred joy I melt. Ocean of mind, I drink all creation's waves. Four veils of solid, liquid, vapor, light, lift aright. Myself in everything enters the great myself, gone forever, fitful, flickering shadows of mortal memory. Spotless is my mental sky, below, ahead, and high above. Eternity and I, one united ray, a tiny bubble of laughter. I am become the sea of mirth itself. The feeling I get, even though, of course, it's not in the common tongue of what we are used to, I feel that that is definitely something that allows bliss to become depicted within myself. But of course, for you, there might be other things that definitely depict bliss that will show that for you. Now, why do I care? Why do I care that you live a life of bliss? I care because you do. That's it. I literally care because you do. How do I know you care? Well, you came to aceLeveaux.com. Um, so the proof's in the pudding, and actually the proof is in the click, I guess, in this term. So because you're here and you care about how to live the best way that you know how, which is best for you, I care about that as well. Now, what is the evidence of bliss? Well, let's define it first. So one of the definitions that I use for bliss is reaching a state of perfect happiness, typically so as to be oblivious to everything else. What do I get from that? When you are living the best life that you know how, everything else does become oblivious. It doesn't matter who's so-called hating on you. It doesn't matter what things aren't necessarily going right. It doesn't matter about what you're worrying about. Because we all know that worrying is just a misuse of a well-deserved imagination. You're imagining things that have not happened. And so put that imagination to use. Now, as far as how do you discover the bliss for yourself? Allow yourself to have a personal discovery session of the senses. What would that look like? Well, find out for you, what does bliss feel like to you? Does bliss feel warm and cozy? Does bliss feel like you're protected? What does bliss taste like? Is it a capriana in Rio? Is it a honey bun from the store? Is it as simple as sweet tea? Like literally, what does your bliss taste like, feel like? What does it look like? For me personally, bliss looks like a sunset over water. One of my most happiest times is viewing a sunset off of a horizon that seemed like it goes on forever, literally forever. And that's what bliss looks like for me. However, do that for yourself. Have a personal discovery session with you, because you're you. You're the best part of you. So find out what makes you tick. Find out what makes you smile, what makes your heart smile. Also, I also put on the site, and I put in different places, that I am a architect, or I am an architect of bliss. What does that mean? It simply means that I build a life that is aligned with my true self. Um, and nothing more than that. Once you are able to build a life that is really truly aligned to what you are, it doesn't matter what anyone has to say about you, but the most important thing is what you have to say about you. So how do I do that? Well, I build businesses. I, in a sense, build books. I also have a great time building up other people. My passion is aligned with that. So find out first, what does bliss look like for you? Then find out, how do you build that within your own life? What are the types of things that need to be built? When we do proper self-assessments, we realize there are some broken things. Maybe someone helped in that process of things being broken. But whether someone helped it, or we did that damage like a personal tornado ourselves, it needs to be repaired to go further, and making sure we know how to do that. Also, making sure that you have the right mentality for this. This is not something that is not going to require any kind of mental fortitude. You're going to have to come correct with this on a mental note. So I love the quote, "As a man thinketh, so is he." You have to think that thing into existence for it to become true. You didn't think yourself, you weren't a driver until you thought yourself a driver. If you in fact drive, you did not. You were not a person of value until you thought yourself a person of value. So do that for yourself. And I'll end with, Oprah said that what we dwell on is who we become. What are you dwelling on? I choose personally to dwell on a blissful life, a blissful existence, things that do make my heart smile. So anything that is not aligned with that main thing should not be around me. I should not surround myself with that. So ask yourself that question. What are you dwelling on? And then see how that is showing up in other ways of your life. Again, thank you so much for visiting aceleveaux.com. I hope you enjoy your visit and you come back. And as always, dreams and blessings.